Hi, everybody. It is Wednesday, and you are with me, your psychic medium and spiritual advisor. And we are here coming live to you on Wednesday, Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Right. And we are, yes, on the Forbidden Knowledge Network. I'm so grateful you guys are here. And I have my dear friend, Sandi Sue. I always call her Sandi Sue Feng Shui because that's your social media handle, everybody. So make sure you are going to go love and like Sandi Sue on Instagram and all the things. But Sandi Sue is here today to talk to us about the Year of the Dragon. And I have been so excited to dive in deep. Every year, Sandi Sue, you join me. We talk about whatever new Chinese New Year is coming up. We talk about all of the things we need to be doing in our homes, getting ready for this new beautiful experience to advance our life, our love life, our luck, and all of it. And I'm so grateful for you being here. Thank you, Sandi Sue. Welcome.
Thank you. My pleasure. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
Isn't this like our third year to be doing this?
Yeah. It's becoming an annual event for us.
It is an annual event. And actually, we were just trying to figure it out. I think I said 15 years that we knew each other before. Maybe it's been 14 years. But I'm telling you that every year, I think I slacked a little bit this year. So today you're going to get me on track. Okay. You're going to get all of us on track for getting our homes ready, getting our energy ready. And I'm so thrilled to hear all of your wisdom you have to share with us. But you are somebody that I go to every year over numerous things. And you actually have helped curate really beautiful places in my home to bring up the energy and become in balance in my life, my experience. And so thank you so much for that. Again, it's been, I want to say 15 years, but we'll go with 14 years. And the things that you've helped me do back then is something that I have done, I'm telling you, every year. Again, sometimes slacking maybe when I should have been making sure that I was on point with it, but I keep coming back to everything that you've taught me. So thank you, Sandi Sue, for being here. Yes. So for those of you guys, I want you guys to interact with us tonight. Those of you who know something about the Year of the Dragon, this is something that interests you. Give me an emoji if you understand this already and that you are an avid, let's say, Feng Shuier, right? If that is you, give me an emoji in those comments, okay? And so, Sandi Sue, before we dive into it real quick, we were going to talk about the overall the Year of the Dragon, right? So yes. Telling us what is the Year of the Dragon and why is this important? Why do we want to know this?
Okay, great. So the Year of the Dragon is very magical, and it's so all the other animals are animals, but the dragon is mystical, right? And so this is a very magical year for us. So anything is possible this year. And so the information I'm going to share with you guys, I really want you to take it and run with it so that you can have a very magical year. So with the dragon, think about the dragon. A lot of us really love the dragon energy because of the mystery of it and the magic, but they're also very powerful. It's a very powerful energy. So that means we're going to have a powerful year, and they're very lucky. So, let us know if you have a dragon in your home. In fact, I have a dragon here on my desk there we go.
I have a dragon tattoo, actually, that I got, and I didn't even know I was a dragon when I got it, actually. And so very interesting, right?
That's great. So when you have a dragon and you put it on the far left corner of your desk, it helps you, especially if you're in business for yourself, because this is a ball. They also call it a pearl as well. And the dragon is holding it. And so it helps with opportunities. But let us know if you have dragons in your home and how many you have. We'd be curious about that.
I love that.
But it's the most auspicious animal of all. The dragon is most compatible with the monkeys, if we have any monkeys out there, the rats, but I prefer to call you Minnie Mouses, and then the rooster. So those are the three animals that are most compatible with the dragon. Now, the opposite animal is the dog. And usually whatever the opposite animal is the one that has a really challenging year. But guess what? Even the dog is going to have a lucky year this year. So that's how magical it is this year. It's not going to be very challenging for most of us because of the luck that we have. So it's a wood dragon year. So wood is about about growth and expansion, innovation, creativity, strength. So think of a big oak tree,
Mm.
energy, leadership, confidence, and positive transformation.
And so we're going to talk. I see people saying, what about a dragon? Or what about a pig? What about this? So guys, we stay tuned with us because we're going to hit those lightly, where you're going to hear some good, beautiful insight that Sandi Sue has to offer us, for you to know what to expect. I can't wait to get into those little details with you. And so hang on with us. We are going to get there. So just stay tuned. So what you're talking about now, Sandi Sue, is the overall year. So we're talking about the dragon. So this is not just for dragons, right? This isn't, I'm a dragon, but what you're telling us right now is for everybody, all 12 zodiac signs for the entire year. So what we can kind of expect. Is that right?
Exactly. So we're all going to grow
Okay,
and
cool.
transform.
Okay.
And what's exciting is that a lot of us might have dragon energy. So you were born the year of the dragon, but I was born the time of the dragon. So for those of you that were born from 7 in the morning to 9 in the morning, that's the dragon time of the day. And then if you're born in April, the month of April, around the 5th to the 6th until the following month, then that's the dragon month. So you might have dragon energy, you don't even know it, but now you do.
I'm sitting here. So I want to hear that one more time on the time frame. So it's from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Is that right? Is also
Yeah,
dragon. So
that's
I'm a
correct.
dragon with dragon time.
So
So
you were born in the morning as
yeah,
well?
8:40, I believe, or 8.
Yeah.
I think I was wrong the other day. Maybe it was 8:53, something like that. So I'm in that time frame. So
Okay.
okay.
So
So
double dragon.
I double dragon. I'll take it. Okay, cool. So I don't want to stop you with telling us about that year. So we can expect, well, is it that we need to be stepping into the leadership? We need to just understand that there's expansion coming. This is a really big year for us. And do you find that if we expect that to come, that is also really good for that energy? If we sit back and kind of think that it's all BS and none of it's going to help us. Do you think that even just setting our mindset and our intention with it is going to help as well?
Definitely, because when you have that mindset and intention, that's the first step to creating it and then actually starting taking some action. But even if you don't really believe in it, it's still going to happen because there's two things that happen. You either choose or you live by default, right? And I prefer choice.
I'm not going to go into the lengthy, beautiful story, but I have an amazing story where you came into my first home and you were trying to suggest me move certain pieces somewhere. And I was like, nope, not going to do it. Nope, not happening. I like it there, not doing it. And literally within a year of moving into that home, or maybe it was a couple of years. I mean, it wasn't 2 years, I'm sure of it. And it all manifested in the way that I found it kind of after the fact that, yep, when you do this, that energy is going to happen there. And so it's very interesting. It looks like Sandi Sue has a moment. She's frozen, but she'll be back with us in just a second. But there you are. You froze just a second, Sandi Sue. So it's interesting. So it's healthy to be a skeptic. I will tell you that I was too back in the day until I saw it shift it was the craziest experience ever, that moment. And there's other podcasts on the network. Go find it with me and Sandi Sue, and you will hear that story. It's pretty amazing, I believe. So anyway, so the year of the dragon. So everybody, because the year of the dragon is such a powerful year, I heard that this was going to be a really big one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So a lot of it is because of the dragon energy, but also the 20-year cycle of fire, which we're going to talk about a little bit later.
Okay.
So there's just so many things going on this year that we really want to ride the wave so that we can make things happen because of all the energy that's supporting us in that. So I want to tell a little bit more about that 7 to 9 a.m. that we were talking about with the dragon.
Yes.
That's also the stomach meridian time of the day. So a lot of us have had acupuncture. That's what Feng Shui is about, acupuncture for your home, not your body. But for your body, it's going to affect our stomach meridian. So you want to do things to help with your stomach this year. Really eat really, really healthy, do the things that you need to do to keep your stomach healthy, because it is going to be a little bit of a challenge this year. So we
Mm.
want to take care of our stomach meridian and our stomach. Now, the one thing that's going to happen is that we're lacking the water element this year. So you've never seen me wear pearls before,
No,
have you? So I've
never.
got pearls, pearls, I wear pearls, pearls, pearls. Girls and guys who like the pearls as well, get your pearls out, because pearls are the water element, and that
Oh,
helps you to attract money this year, because there's hidden money, because there's no water. So if we're wearing waters like our pearls, maybe a black bracelet, bringing in some water elements like that will help you to attract the money element for this year. So
okay.
that's,
So question for you. Do they have to be real?
they don't have to be real, because the intention is still there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's so cool because I again, as a previous skeptic
Mhm.
of any of this, of feng shui, of any of it, and then to see the effects and the change happen
Mhm.
quite quickly is pretty miraculous. And so I just love the way that you share the information, because you make it easy, you make it palpable, because it can be a lot. And I know that for me, I take it in morsels. And so anyway, so thank you for that. And so tonight you're going to give us many of those morsels. And I again thank you so much for being here and diving into this information. Can I ask you how this year is different than, say, any of the other years?
Yeah, it's because each animal has their energy, right?
Huh?
So the dragon, we've talked about a few things. It's lucky, it's confident, it's enthusiastic, it's noble, strong, pioneering. So if you're wanting to start something new, this is the year to do it. The dragon's about passion and proud energy. But let's talk
Mm.
about some of the challenging things that we need to be aware of this year.
Okay.
Because of the dragon energy, it can be ignorant, oppressive, demanding, especially those big dragons, right? Very demanding.
I'm like, is that me? Maybe that's me.
I don't think
Okay,
that's you, not you, dragon.
yeah.
They can be intolerant and rebellious, and then also violent. And
Oh,
so, yeah. And so we have to be very aware that other people might be displaying those characteristics. So we might need to just kind of walk away, but we might even notice them kind of bubbling up in our energy too, when we're normally not acting that way. So that's why every year is different, is because whatever animal is dominating, we're feeling the effects of it on some level, if we have it in our energy chart or not.
it's really interesting. I think it was even last week that I spoke about this on last week's podcast. And the week before, I spoke
Mhm.
about this with a friend earlier today. She had been feeling this let's call it intolerance. And she said angry. That was the word she used. And she was like, is that it? And then she said, no,
Mhm.
that is what I'm feeling. And she said that. And I have had things, I said that to you earlier, kind of rise up where I'm like, ooh, I don't want to tolerate that kind of energy any longer in my life. And it really hit in the last couple of weeks. And it has felt, I can't fix my face as I talk about it. It's felt like that. And so as you, which is good, I know it's productive because I'm looking at it. I'm either healing through it. I'm watching that. So if we feel this stuff, we don't have to push it down,
Mhm.
but we can understand it, look at it, maybe choose to productively process it rather than rage it out, maybe, right? Go for a walk, go to fit class or whatever, do whatever you have to do to productively move that through yourself, right? So those of us who can do that, let's do that.
Exactly. And so one of the best things, like the energy work that I do, is do a body shakeout. So
Mm,
all the dogs out there, all of us dog lovers, where, whenever they get wet, the dogs, what do? They shake it off. So if we do the same thing, we can go into the bathroom or something so nobody sees us. But if you just really shake really hard,
mm.
you're shaking off that negative energy and you're resetting your nervous system. So
Yes.
you're going from the parasympathetic fight, flight. Oh, actually, that's sympathetic. I'm sorry. From the sympathetic, the fight, flight, to the parasympathetic, where you just had a good massage or you just came out of yoga. So, is it okay, Courtney, if we talk about the house right now and then
Please,
we'll go back to
please.
the animals?
Yes.
Because what you said just now you're not even aware of.
Okay, can't wait.
So yeah, so the center of all of our homes and offices this year is the argumentative star. So we'll talk about the stars here in a minute, but the energy that flew in this year
Wait,
in the
pause.
center.
I'm like, pause. I'm like, I hope she's watching tonight. My dear friend, I hope you're watching tonight because there's been some of that. And so anyway, that was a conversation I had earlier. And she's like, I don't know what this is. There's a little bit of, this and that. And so anyway, yes, I love it. Beautiful.
Yes. So last year, what lived in the center was love. So we were all excited about last year because love was affecting all of us. Well, this year it's that angry, argumentative star.
Yes.
So what we want to do with the center of all of our homes and the office is add the color red. So like the color I'm wearing, add red and remove wood. So anything that's green, anything that's made out of wood, whatever you can, and you shouldn't have a lot of wood in the center of your home anyways, because that's where your health energy lives all year long. And that's earth, but that's another talk. But you want to remove wood elements and add fire. So fire can be lights. It could be like candles. I put in an extra salt lamp in the center of my home. I brought in some red curtains, a shower curtain, and just bring in more red in the center, and it'll calm down that energy of the argumentative star.
I love that. And I sometimes forget exactly where the center point is. So what's interesting is I always refer back to when we purchased this home, I refer back to my drawing that you helped me with. So by the way, she does personal, private sessions she can walk you through your home, and she has beautiful virtual classes that can teach you all of these things, by the way. So I encourage you guys, if you want to know more about your specific space, you help people learn how to do this for themselves, but then they can also use you as guidance as well. So you offer that as well. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
I love that. What amazing energy. I've been burning lots of candles, so I'm going to take that as an intuitive nod that I had. Just kidding. But
no, it's true.
love that. And I also see that all of our friends here, many of them are saying like TRE. So I worked with Dr. David Berselli, who is the creator of TRE, trauma releasing exercises. So as you were talking about that, sloughing that off, friends, look up TRE, Dr. David Berselli. He is a dear person, and that is amazing, amazing stuff that actually does help us process and move that energy from our body. So yeah, thank you for that, Sandi Sue. So anything more about the house that we need to know?
Yeah. So maybe I should talk a little about what flying star is, because a lot of people don't know what flying star is. So just like with the zodiac of our animals, that changes every year. Well, so does the energy in our home. So the regular Feng Shui based off of your front door, that energy never leaves. So love always lives in the far right, and money always lives in the far left. Those are just the two top ones, right? But the star energy comes in, and there's different energies going on top of what already lives there. So we talked about the argumentative star. Well, since it's Valentine's, should we talk about love now, where that star flew in?
We should. And my love corner is right here, which, by the way, my fixed camera's over there. There are two. If you'll ever notice when I'm on a podcast by yourself, you'll see one lamp on one side and you'll see two in this back corner. And the reason why you see two, I've never said this, is because that is my love corner. And I've learned this. Many of us have learned this the hard way sometimes, but you can go back and listen to old stories again on that other podcast. But that is why two lamps live there, because I want us to be a beautiful pair that light up together, right? And so very interesting. So yes, what do you have for us about the love corner?
Yeah. So the love corner for the star. Okay. Well, should we talk about, let's first talk about like the love corner of your home, since we were talking about that. So when you walk in the front door, the far right corner, like where you're at right now, is the love area all the time. So pairs of things, like Cortney just said, that's why she has the two lights. And that's a perfect intention, right? For you guys to light up. And you do. Every time I see pictures of you guys, you're just light beings going on. I'm like, oh, I just love that love.
And it's real. It's real. So that's true. But see, listen how easily I actually got that confused though. But it's the love flying star. So where does that flying star live this year?
Yeah, so the
That's the one that
flying
moves.
star, yeah, that's the one who moves,
Okay.
okay? So
Mhm.
that one actually lives in the northwest of your home. So that's a compass direction, okay? So it's
Okay.
not based on your front door, like what we just said, the far right corner of your home. This is actually the compass area of the northwest. So if you're not quite sure, everyone has a free compass on their smartphone. You can stand in the center of your home and it'll tell you which direction is northwest. Then you'll want to go into that area. And actually, what you want to put in that area is like the double happiness symbol.
Mm.
So if you don't know what the double happiness is, a lot of people actually have that. A lot of people, I see a lot of tattoos of the double happiness, but you can Google double happiness and it'll show you what that is. You can print it off. You can put it in that room in the northwest, or you could buy something that has a double happiness on it. Now, because it's the wood star, okay, it gets a little confusing, but the star for love is wood. So what I did was I bought a picture that's a wood frame
Mhm.
and it's wood color of the actual double happiness symbol.
Okay.
That's what I did. And
Okay.
so by bringing some wood, it could be a plant, it could be two plants, right? Two plants. And then you want the plants together because if you have them far apart or if you have something in between them,
Create distance
exactly.
in the
So
relationship.
exactly. The other thing you could do is I brought props is to get these ones that you put a timer on. So in the evening, they automatically come on for 4 hours or 8. You can, schedule it for as long as you want. But then it symbolizes automatic. Love is automatic. And this year is very important since that argumentative star is in the center of the home. There's a
Mhm.
little bit more of this going on, but hopefully everyone can make up the fun way, right?
Yeah.
So bringing the candles together instead
Mhm.
of apart, let's see, there we go, instead of apart, you can feel the difference,
Yeah.
right?
It's interesting. And now I'm going to revert back into talking about a specific love corner in my bedroom. And we have two, and that's because of your suggestion, two candles that are on the automatic timers that go off right at the, exact time or whatever.
Mhm.
And yeah, it is interesting. It is really interesting how when you do that, it does lift the energy. You can feel like it's just your own placebo, fine, but do it and see how your life changes because I'm telling you, it will.
Exactly.
It will.
And so, like what you just said in your bedroom. So, as you enter your bedroom or any room, the far right corner of each room is the love area. So,
Mm,
that's when I had suggested for Courtney to put those two candles there, and that's what she did. And
yeah.
so, like Costco, those different big companies, they have a lot of them, right? Even on Amazon, where you can get a whole bunch of them. So you could put them in a lot of different areas of your home in the far right corner.
Mm.
And so the love just automatically starts happening more.
It's
So
automatic.
it is, it's automatic.
Automatic, which when you said that, I was like, oh, we're doing that. That's amazing. Anything else we need to know about the home and the flying stars?
I love and money is the number one. I mean, the top two reasons why people always want feng shui. So let's talk about the money energy.
Okay.
So the last 20 years, when we were in the earth element, that was the number 8. Okay.
Mhm.
So 8 was the dominating money star. But now we're in the 9 period, which is the year of, or the age of the fire, and that's 9. So that star flew in the southwest of your home. So get your compass, figure out where the southwest part of your home is. And that's the other area you want to add some red. So red in the center of the home and red in the southwest part, because that'll help activate that money energy. And since it's 9, guess how many candles I'd want in that area, Courtney?
9, 9 days.
Hi.
9. Woo, I got a gold
Exactly.
star. Okay.
Exactly. Mhm.
Okay. I'm like, this is going to be that corner for me. So I'll maybe the lamps count. No, maybe not. No, we probably want them all the same size, is what I feel
Ex-
like you're going to tell me, right?
Right. That's right. Because we want it balanced.
By the way, guys, we are still going to get to those zodiac animals. So stay tuned. Keep on with us. Be patient. And when we get to those, I want to hear which ones of you are which. But so we are going to get to that. But I want you to understand that your Sandy Sue's just touching briefly on these things. There's so much knowledge, and every one of you could pick one room, you could pick one flying star and really go into graphic detail about the importance of this, how to change it in those areas. And yeah, so we're getting the little tidbits of information tonight. I want to ask you real quick, for those that, might be, doing this or that, how does somebody find out the depth of this information with you?
Yeah, so you could go ahead and go to my website, SandiSue.com, and it's with an I, not a Y. And you can go to the e-courses, and there's all the different courses there that you can go ahead and you can take it anytime, that you want. There's replays, there's handouts, there's a lot of great information, and you get to ask me questions as well. So,
well, and we'll put a link. We'll make sure we add that link down to this description for everybody if you're going to come back and refer to it later. So we'll do that for everybody. Okay, so anything else we need to know about this year and the flying stars?
I think that's a good start for everybody.
Okay.
So maybe go to should we talk about the animals now?
Yes, I'm super excited. So can you tell us, so the animals we're going to talk about, these are the zodiac animals, right? The Chinese zodiac animals. Just go ahead and let's have it. So what is the importance of knowing? Can you tell me what the importance of knowing our animal is, first of all?
Yeah. So the important is, one, it's very important to understand yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have the Western, now the Eastern is what I'm going to be talking about. So the more we know ourselves, the more empowered we are, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So, and then we know how to deal with the other animals every time they come around every year. So should I talk about should I say what all of them are, or should we just start with the rat?
Let's start with the rat. And what's really cool, guys, is as we're going through here, I want you to think of your family members. So I knew that this podcast was coming up. So I made sure that I looked at my children. I looked up my fiance. I was like, Sandi Sue, I want to just confirm my own even. And so I want you to really think of this in terms of yourself. And like Sandi Sue just said, it's important for us to know ourselves fully, but it can also help you know your people, the people that you are fixed around, and then the people that you get to choose to be around too. So yeah, let's dive in.
Exactly. So I just want to say a little bit about that. So I'm a fire horse.
Mm.
So fire horses are super fast. I married a rabbit, a cute, adorable rabbit. But I'm always, 5 yards ahead of him. But when I started learning that he was a rabbit, then I had more compassion for him because I'm really fast and, he's just doing his little rabbit thing. So then we made a joke. We started making a joke about it. Like, okay, rabbit, hop on my back. Let's go. And then I didn't get frustrated because I understood that was his energy and this is my energy. So it does help a lot. So I'm glad you said that.
With frustration with our loved ones or anything like that. And people are asking, how do we look this up? So where can one find? Yeah, Sonia said you can Google it. That's essentially what I always do is you can Google your zodiac animal. If they do that, you'll be able to do that real quick, open a quick tab, and then, switch back over.
So what I would put in is what was the Chinese animal for, and then your birth date. Okay. So just a little bit, if your birthday is in January or the first part of February, you might have to go back a year. Okay. So like Cortney's birthday, her birthday is in January. So you have to really look at the dates because every year is different for the Chinese New Year. So that is what changed it. So Google that.
Okay, don't change me. Okay, good. So the first zodiac animal is you said the Minnie Mouse. We're not calling it the rat, but the Minnie Mouse. Okay, so Minnie Mouse, Minnie Mice. Any of you here? Just give me an emoji. Let me see how many of you guys are here. What can you tell us to expect, or what can the Minnie Mouse expect? The rat.
Yes. So the relationship and the wealth luck is average. Average is good.
Okay.
It's good. Okay. You can make it better though. You can always make it better with your Feng Shui. Now, health is a little bit below average. So you definitely want to just pay attention more with your health. Your lucky colors for you mice out there is blue, red, and green. Your lucky numbers are 2, 3, and 5. So use those for like passwords, when you're tipping, things like that. Just add those numbers in every day. And then this is what's really important is your triad. So your dragon and monkey. So you guys are going to have a really good year, Mouse, because dragon is your ally. So that's why we love Courtney. She's our dragon friend, right? And then the ox is your secret friend. So your secret friend and your allies, you want to hang around. You want to start getting to know these different animals in your life. So it's a fun thing to do is, to start calling your family and friends you haven't talked to in a long time, or texting or email, whatever you want to do, and ask them what their animal is, because then you'll understand them more. And then you'll know, oh, this is why I always feel good when I'm with this animal friend versus this animal friend, right?
And again, maybe have a little more compassion and grace with each other. We're not all the same. So understanding that, you said something that we haven't said to everybody just yet. And you said, that's why it's important to know your triad. So can you tell us what a triad is first before we say, what is a triad and why is a triad important?
Yeah. So a triad is your tribe. You get each other. So for instance, me being the horse, my triad is the dog and the tiger. And if you think about it, those are the ones that run the fastest, right? Not the rabbit that I told you about earlier. That's a different triad.
Yes.
So when you understand what your triad is, and that's what we're going to be sharing with you guys tonight, then you know the people that get you, because you guys are on the same page. It's your tribe. And when you're with your tribe, that's where you feel empowered and you empower each other.
I love that. Okay, so there you go, everybody. So that's the details. That's it. So when I want to say, guys, with that, when you're hearing like average, when you're hearing any of that, understand that when you're changing the energy within yourself, whether that be that self-help, any of that you're going to be doing right now this year, whether that be meditation, it's working out, she said that health luck was below average. Well, what that means, what I hear then is that you can then take it into your own hands and put some more action than you typically do, so that can weigh itself out. On top of that, then change some of the energy in your home by bringing up that energy with the feng shui. It works. It really does work.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're hearing that the health is a little off this year, then really focus on the center of your home by getting that health energy up as soon as possible.
So cool. It's such good information. We could literally do a podcast just talking about, having a podcast and that only be a feng shui podcast forever. It's amazing. Thank you, Sandi Sue. What's our next animal?
The ox is the second animal. So relationships are not as great. So you definitely want to work on the northwest part of your home this year and the far right corner, right? And then maybe read a good book about relationships. That'll help too.
Read the 5 love languages and all the things.
Know what your love languages are.
Yes. I know. Ethan said he's like me. Yes, that is. But our relationship's wonderful. So we're just going to continue to keep working and keep letting the light be automatic, right?
Yeah, so you guys just got engaged. You guys are flying high. That ox is flying high.
That's right. So but if you know that, if that's one area when you're like, ooh, that's a dip down, that doesn't feel good, I want the energy to rise. So do everything you can for it to go into an opposite direction, right? Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Because when you have the knowledge and you do something different, then you have a totally different outcome.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. So for the health luck is below average. So work on the money area a little bit more, but health luck is really good. So that's awesome. So lucky colors are green, white, and gold.
Got it.
Numbers are 1, 4, and 9. Your secret friend, ox, is the rat.
Okay, I love that.
And then your allies are the rooster and the snake. So since you're having a few challenges in a few areas this year, ox, I would definitely surround yourself with those colors, those numbers, and those friends. So friends, but also you can get a t-shirt with the rooster on it, or you don't have to get a tattoo.
Right. Yeah. Or you can, but yes, exactly. So that's kind of cool though. Okay.
Yeah, so just bring them in, because especially if you're hanging around the ones that have a lot of luck, your friends that are having a lot of luck, you're going to get more luck from them as well, because it rubs off on you, right?
That's right.
So let's talk about the tiger energy. So The tiger has good luck in relationships. Wealth and health is average. So we can increase that luck for sure by wearing the color blue, orange, or gray. Lucky number 9. And your secret friend is the pig. Pigs love to have fun. They're my favorite animals. I was born in the month of the pig. So is your daughter. And
Okay, good. Yes.
yep. And so they're fun. They just like to have fun. So hang out with your pig friends. And then the allies is the dog and the horse. So hang out with me. You'll have lots of fun.
I love, yeah, actually, you are always lots of fun. Okay, I do have a question. So what is the secret friend? What does that mean?
Yeah. So the secret friend is this, you wouldn't really think they would be your friend. So like, for instance, it's because they don't, let's go to the, let's talk about so we're talking about the tiger. So, because the tiger, like I said, the dog and the horse is what runs fast with them, right? A pig doesn't run that fast.
Okay, it's like the unexpected.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're there. The pig is actually hanging around the tiger. The tiger might eat the pig.
But somehow they work.
They work.
Okay, cool. I like that. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you for explaining that.
Yeah.
I like that. I hadn't heard it said like that before, so I really like that.
Okay, good. So now the rabbit. So we just left the year of the rabbit just this last week, right? And the relationship luck is excellent. Wealth luck is good. And health luck is excellent as well. So the rabbits have a lot of great energy going on this year, making it even better by wearing pink, purple, and red, using the numbers 3, 6, 7, and 9. And your secret friend is the dog. So we love our dog animals. And then your allies are sheep and the pig. So hang around with those friends and family members. And like I said, get some socks, underwear, t-shirt, charms, necklaces, things like that.
So it's interesting how surrounding yourself with some of those things can kind of add to those different areas that, yes, might be lacking. So I love that.
Yes. And it'll be forever. It'll be forever in this lifetime because they're always your allies. That never changes.
Oh,
so
okay.
The more you really surround yourself with your allies for the rest of your life, the luckier you're going to be, the happier you're going to be, the more harmonious you're going to be.
Okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't change. So that's great. You could decorate with those, pictures or whatever of those animals as well. Okay, so now we're on to dragon. Woo, dragon, my friend. Okay, so relationship is good and your wealth luck is good. Health, a little weaker, but you can work on that. So wearing gold, silver, and purple, and you're surrounded by purple behind you, which is awesome in your picture. And you're wearing pink. That's great. And then your secret friend is the rooster. Okay. So roosters love to talk. They love to talk. So rooster is your secret friend, and your allies is the rat and the monkey.
I love that. Yes. Knowing all of those things, and it's really interesting. You might find, so when you say gold, you say silver, I think about even the colors that I'm drawn to, even in my home, or this or that. And I always have lots of gold. I like gold more so than silver sometimes. And so it is really interesting when you start to look at some of these things and you're like, well, I like it, but it also helps my energy. So I feel like you're getting like a 2-for-1, in that experience. You also said something just a moment ago. You said, you can decorate with pictures and things like this in those areas. And so I know that when I started on the Feng Shui run, that was one of my struggles, was that I don't want to have to decorate where you can walk in and be like, well, there's a rabbit or there's a this. I didn't want to do that, although I love bunnies, right? But I wanted I wanted somebody to be able to walk in but have no clue that it had ever been feng shuied in a way. Now you could feel it, but I didn't want anybody to be like, oh yeah, that's what that is. So you can hang these things, and you can put a picture of a rooster, a print behind a painting, or you can put it in different things like that. And I love how you help people know those little tips. So pay attention to those classes coming up, guys. Yeah, those are really beautiful tips, and you help people kind of work through some of those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we want to love our space.
we do.
On
Yes.
point. That'll love us back. So
Yes.
good. So snake. So relationship luck is good. Wealth luck is below average and health is weak. So snake really needs to pay attention to their health this year.
Mm.
Very, very important. Get to sleep on time. Do all those things that you know that you need to do. Your lucky colors are black, red, and yellow. Numbers are 3, 6, 8, and 9. Your secret friend is the monkey. So
Mm.
hang around with the monkey. In fact, the monkey is the luckiest animal this year.
Okay.
So we all want to hang around with monkeys this year. And then who was?
I said I got to find some, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And then the allies are the rooster and the ox. So definitely surround yourself with them. And then is the horse, of course. So the relationship luck is average, wealth luck is average, and health is slightly weak. Now, when I do say that, and it's not for every horse. So, for instance,
Mm.
I'm a fire horse, but it's really affecting more of the earth and the wood horse. That's a lot of details that, I can't give all that information out. So, like what I said earlier of other animals, and there's a few more things. If I said it's not as average or poor, whatever, that might not be for your particular animal year, right? Because we have different elements along with that. Okay. So hopefully that helps.
Love that.
So red, green, and blue are the lucky colors. 2, 3, and 5 are the numbers. Sheep is the secret friend. And if you think about it, when you go to a farm, the sheep is always hanging out with the horse. Have you noticed that? It's very interesting. So they really are secret friends. And then the dog and the tiger is their allies.
I love that. I love that. That is so wonderful. It is true. It is true. You always see them chilling
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
Yes.
right there.
I love that.
And then for the sheep, the relationship luck is weak. The wealth luck and health luck is average. So we definitely want to improve that by
Mhm.
using brown, reds, and whites this year. 2, 4, 7, and 9. Secret friend is the horse, and your allies is the rabbit and the pig.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah. And then monkeys are luckiest animal that I was talking about. So relationship luck is good, excellent for wealth. And
That's
health
great.
is good as well. So blues, grays, and blacks will help. 2, 8, and 9. Snake is the secret friend of a monkey, which is kind of
Mm.
amazing. And then their allies are the dragon and the rat. So see,
Beautiful.
that's the reason why they're going to have such a great year is because of the dragon year.
Okay, okay. Right, because yeah, I get that.
Mhm.
It's so interesting how it all correlates together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And really what it comes down to is that we all have fixed animal. Um, I'm sorry, each animal has fixed
Mm.
elements. So a fire and a snake, we are fixed fire. Okay. That's
Okay.
just our fixed. So the dragon is a fixed earth, but we're in the year of the wood. So the babies that are born this year
Mhm.
are the wood dragon.
Okay.
But they're fixed animal, the fixed is the earth.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It's so
Mhm.
this is the thing, guys, and that information does change for every year, and that's why you join me every year on the podcast. That's why we talk about all of the different flying stars. It's why I make sure I'm attending all of those classes you have and all of it, because it is so in depth, and it can really help assist you in every area of your life. It's so cool to just watch. And so if you are, I think it's healthy to be like, I don't know, trust yourself with it, but do one room. If you're overwhelmed by it all, my suggestion is, if you see a lack in your life, if this year you're like, my love area stinks, like this is hit rock bottom, take a breath in, let it go, pray about it, think
Mhm.
about it, meditate about it, and set beautiful intentions. And then maybe do this and see if this helps shift and shake up your energy and see what happens. I don't think that none of us have anything to lose, right? When we do that, and you don't necessarily have to go out and buy new stuff. It can literally be sometimes rearranging, pulling from this room to pull into this room. And I'm telling you, it's a really cool process. And so I'm just saying, I do it, and I don't do a lot of things. I don't, um, mm, I trust the way I receive, the way I connect, and I connect to those who I really find have truth and passion and I trust. And I'm just telling you that Sandi Sue you've always been one of those for me that I call upon with this, and I trust your process and your way. So guys, I hope that this helps you. What's the last one? What is it? Is that the rooster?
So the rooster, yeah. So I just want to say something about what you just said is that Feng Shui affects 1/3 of your life.
Mm.
And that's big. It really is big. And it's because of the cycles and the elements and everything's connected. We're all one, right? So we really need to balance as much as we can. So I just want to say how important that is because 1/3 is big.
Pretty darn large. I want to pause for a second. I saw somebody said that they didn't get the numbers for the dragon, and the dragon is 1, 6. Look at me. I'm looking 1, 6, and 7. You know, you're in your 40s when you have to take your
Yes.
So there you go. And if anybody's missed any of the others, you can come back on the replay and listen. Listen to this, rewatch the podcast, and send it to your friends, by the way. So that always means the world to us. All right.
So rooster.
Rooster.
We have 3 more. So rooster, it's weak for relationships. Work on that love area. Add a lot of pink. The wealth luck is good, and health luck is average. So that's good. Wear browns, gold, and green this year. Number 5, 7, and 8. Hang out with your dragon friends. See Cortney all the time. Join your membership. You'll have lots of fun with that.
Yes.
It's a fun group. It's a fun group. And the allies is the ox and the snake. So that'll be good. And rooster, you get along so good with that dragon because it's your secret friend. So it's going to be actually really good. Even though it says relationship luck is weak, I actually believe it's going to be better. I really do. Just because the relationship that the rooster has with the dragon.
Okay.
And then the dog. So the dog is the one that's supposed to have a little bit more challenges than all the other animals. But since it's a dragon year and it's so magical, it's actually average and good. So it's average for relationship, wealth luck, and health luck is good, where normally it's very poor when it's the opposite. So it's a magical year. I'm very excited.
Okay,
so wear red, green, and pink. Use the numbers 2, 3, and 9. Hang out with your secret friend, which is a rabbit, and your allies is the tiger and the horse. Yeah. And the last one is our most fun animal, the pig. So the pig has an average relationship, wealth, and health luck. So it's an average year, but make it a dynamic year. Do all the things that, use the magic of the dragon to help you. Wear the colors orange, gray, and brown. Numbers 2, 3, 5, and 8. Your secret friend is the tiger, and your allies are the sheep and the rabbit. So a couple of things. Oh, did you go say something, Cortney?
Nope. Go ahead.
Okay. So a few things to help everybody's luck. Okay. So definitely write this down. To improve everybody's luck, you always want to take care of your health, no matter what, because health is the most important. So like I mentioned earlier, health lives in the center of your home. It's the Tai Chi. You need to keep it balanced because then everything else is balanced in your life. When you wear red, it automatically increases your luck. That's why you see red at a lot of different successful businesses. They usually have red flowers out front. It's because it attracts the positive and it deflects the negative. If you give blood, go and donate blood. Grandmaster Hong says that automatically lifts your good luck for the year because you're saving another person's life. I mean, I just got God bumps saying that all over, right? So go save a life. That's going to increase your luck. And then engage in social activities and community service. So just, coming on here and being with us, even though we can, you're typing in and we can feel your energy, we're all together. We're lifting each other up, our energy.
It's community. And so you and I both, we lead private sessions, we lead groups, we teach, we do all of that. But this is also something that we love ourselves and believe in. And so when you find your, let's call it the triad, but when you find your community of people and you find that home base, and very often I know there's so many people I love seeing so many of you coming here every week, time and time again, connecting in the podcast, and it means always the world to me. But this essentially is, it is a community on the Forbidden Knowledge Network. Sandi Sue, you've got them with your virtual events and your groups and things like that too. When we find those things that really speak to us and work for us, if you leave feeling connected and you leave the moment feeling stronger, it's for you. If you leave and you're feeling depleted, start to question that. So that would be my suggestion this year, is to really watch what happens within your energy when you're walking into certain places, when you're connecting to certain friends. And we're not always all on our A game, by the way. We all have bad days, but start to take a percentage of, like, the last 10 times I've been with this person, the last 5 times, the last 4 times, it's not really serving me any longer. And so really my suggestion for you is in your relationships, whether that be love, friendships, any of that, you get to create the parameters of connection to you. And so we're talking about luck, and we've talked a little bit about love. And so my suggestion and my tip for this year is to make sure that you're really clear with those words. And if you're seeing that something is no longer serving you, communicate it, work to have solution. I don't think it's healthy to just cut people off and say, see ya, necessarily, if you haven't made it clear. I think we need that too. We don't want to repeat unhealthy patterns that we might do if we're runners or things like that. But if you have been clear, and if they're no longer listening, and if you're literally feeling the pull down, you have to, this year, my suggestion is take the responsibility for yourself and know that you are the only one that can ensue the action. So, I can give sessions, we can do, tell you the way it feels to us to be. Sandi Sue, you can say this color and you can help them lift the energy. But if you just receive the information and there's no action on your part, then one of my favorite and most beautiful sayings, but most beautifully obnoxious as well, is nothing changes if nothing changes. So I'm finding that this is the year for us all to take responsibility, and that is in love, that is in all areas of our life. So you guys have heard this from me before. Who's in charge? You are. Handle it. So do those things that are going to be serving you this year, and the things that you understand that when you leave that experience, you're feeling lifted.
Mm-hmm.
I do see some. Yeah. Sandi, what do you have to say?
What I was going to say is, and that's why it's so important to figure out who your tribe is. So this year, really, like I said earlier, is call, email, text, whatever, your different friends, and find out what animals they are and start making the list and what the opposite is of you. Because if they're the opposite, they're challenging. It is challenging. I watch it all the time and I can see the challenge. And since this year, the argumentative star is in the center of the home, I don't want to argue. Most of you don't want to argue. So don't hang out with the opposite energy of you, because you are going to clash. And we don't want that, right? We want to just build ourselves up and our loved ones that want to be built up. So, yeah.
And I want to say it could be really interesting if you noticed who it is that you're having that resistance with. If you just could somehow find the birthday and check them out and see it would be really interesting to say, are they opposite of me? It would be really cool to find that. Somebody did ask if we would ask or have some questions. I think we could probably take a few questions. Yeah. I do want to say that, Sandi Sue, again, I put your link in the comments, guys. And so you guys can also follow Sandi Sue on her Instagram page. What is your Instagram page? We need to build that sucker up. So what is that Instagram?
I haven't done much with
let's do it.
So it's Sandi Sue Feng Shui.
Okay, perfect, guys. So you've got that. And then Facebook is the same thing.
Facebook is Feng Shui with Sandi Sue.
Okay, beautiful Feng Shui with Sandi Sue. So hit that up. And you do have an event, a virtual event coming up, guys. We are going to allow a few questions in just a second. You've got a virtual event. When we're off here, can you post that on your social media account so that somebody could find that if they were interested in doing that? And then, yes, as far as communities, I do hear in the woodwork that you might be also creating a membership in time. It's on its way. That it's coming. So just so you guys know, that is there. And also, if you love this community and you want to always go dive in deeper, we do that also in my VIP inner circle. It is $11 a month. Any of us can do that. And I sit with you guys for an hour and a half, and we can all see each other. By the way, you get to ask more direct questions. Sandi Sue, you've joined me and taught in that beautiful VIP inner circle before, and it is so sacred to me. And again, it's $11.11 a month, less than your Starbucks coffee, and we get to hang out for not just an hour here on the podcast, but another hour and a half twice a month. Okay. So very, very cool. Go check that out at CourtneyKaneSides.com under VIP Inner Circle. Okay, Marie, you had a question. Do you have a question for me? Put it down here in the comments if you would, and we will answer a couple of those questions. We will do everything that we can to do that. Let's see if there was another one coming through. Yeah, Consuela says I would love to speak with like-minded individuals to hear/learn different views. Exactly. That VIP inner circle I've got people in there from across the world, and everybody is coming from different development stages in their own, experience. And it is just the coolest thing to see these women and men support each other every week. And so it's really sweet that you also get access to over 2 years of archived, lessons and videos too, which is pretty interesting. So here's a message. Let's see. Lynn Craddock says, thank you, Lynn, for your question. Says, what if you were married to someone who is not compatible to your sign? Yeah.
Compassion. The word is compassion. That's the number one word. And to keep reminding yourself why you fell in love with them, and to always focus on that, because you can always, the reptilian brain, the old brain, always wants to go to the negative. So stay on the positive and stay with compassion. And I literally do know a few clients, but they do Feng Shui. I'm going to say hardcore. I don't say that often, but they do everything. And they get along better than most compatible animals that I know. And they're the complete opposite. So yeah.
It's probably, I'm just assuming, I bet their communication is better too because of it, which makes both of them, they're both working towards that betterment. They're setting the intention, even by setting the stage in your home, my friends. It's pretty incredible what this can do for you. Great. That was a really great question. Marianne says, is there a possibility of too much red in the center of the home center of home of Southwest area? Thank you, Marianne.
Yes, great question. And I know Marianne.
Hi, Marianne. Thank you for being here.
And yes, you don't want to do an abundance. So I wouldn't paint the walls and the ceiling and have all red in there. Everything comes with a balance. So that's a great question, because you want all 5 elements around you in all the different spaces, but in a balance. So, just bring in it's all about intention, right? So just by bringing in some beautiful red flowers in that space, you're setting the intention that you're bringing the fire element in. So don't do it all because it's too much, because everything, just like if you eat too many blueberries, that could be too much on your system. So everything in moderation and in balance.
I love that. Bringer of change. Earlier, let me scroll up, guys. They always come so fast, so just bear with me. Bringer of change earlier. This is an earlier question than what I'm posting, but Bringer of change said, according to the internet, my personality definitely doesn't match what they say of people born on the rooster year. LOL. Then Bringer of change says, I think people are probably more diverse than 12 categories. I want to say something about that. And this is how I feel about that. This is my perspective. I believe that there are processed signs and unprocessed signs. And so that's why sometimes I'm an Aquarius. So when I meet other Aquariuses, um, and we're all in different times in our life and healing and whatever, different trajectory. So there's no judgment with it because I've been an unprocessed sign, there were much of that, right? But I think that there can be healing, there can be growth, there can be all kinds of different things that go into hand with this kind of thing. And so I think we can see this as, yes, sometimes we might feel like that's generic, and sometimes we feel like, oh my gosh, it hits us straight on. There were a couple of things I read earlier in something, and it was not talking about the zodiac animals per se, but it was talking about my zodiac sign. There were one or two that I was like, nope, that one definitely is not me. However, I know of a couple of Aquarius that hits it nail on the head. So there, of course, are always going to be variations, 100%. But thank you for that bringer of change. I really appreciate that different perspective. So what do you think about that, Sandi Sue?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I see, and I don't like you use the word rat, right? I like mice better. But my rat friends and clients, I see, okay, rat pack, that's a thing. That is a true thing. So I have a lot of rat clients that are minimalist. So what they did is they went to the other side of the spectrum where my other rat clients, I mean, I can barely walk through the home. And I have to take 2 days off because it's really depleting energy because it's just a lot of stuff. So everyone, they're on a different part of that pendulum. And it really depends on where you are on your healing. It really
I love that.
Too far on one side is not good, right? It's kind of everything comes back to balance.
Yes. And Bringer of Change says people could have combinations of any of these traits, even if said traits are authentical, I think is to each other, authentic to each other, I think is what they're trying to say. Yeah, no, it's true. And so I think that you can watch that. And as you heal and grow, there might be things you slide off, you move here. So yeah, I think that's exactly right. Yeah, I love that. Marie says, I've been needing to declutter my closet. Does this mean I'm ready to get a better grip on my life? She says, I have changed my eating habits. Do I feel I'm coming into a spiritual awakening? I can say that I have definitely, with this new energy, have felt like I've got to declutter, clean, whatever. And even like as the weeks go by, that intensity is heightening. And so this whole week I've been on it. And so forgive yourself. We're just human. We're doing the best that we can here. But I believe that can be a reason why we're feeling that urge to do that. Would you agree, Sandi Sue?
Definitely, definitely. And the best day to declutter and organize is on Saturday. I forget what planet, there's a planet that actually affects that, but I do remember it's Saturday. So make your plan on Saturday to do that because you'll have more energy to help you to get through and declutter. But since you're wanting to let go of things in your closet and your space, the more you let go of, the more space you're creating for what you truly, truly want. So let it go.
I love that. We'll do this question. We might have room for one more. Sarah Nation says, I'm a monkey and my BF is a snake. Any advice?
Yeah, because that's actually your secret friend.
Oh.
Is the snake. So that's actually really good. Hang out. That's perfect.
And by secret friend, it means that it's almost like an opposites attract type thing. Is that right?
Well, kind of. It's like you wouldn't think that was going to be your friend. And then all of a sudden they're always there for you. You just get each other.
I love that. I love that. And so one more question, and this is going to be a really easy one. So Angel Spawn says, how do you know what the opposite of your sign is? My dear friend, you're going to go replay this podcast. You can listen to the whole beautiful podcast or go hurry right up to your spot, but go back. We list all of those and some of the details. By the way, Sandi Sue, you gave us just a morsel of information about each of the animals. So where can somebody, again, I'm going to ask you one more time, where can somebody go to find out more of the in-depth information about their animal, about their sign, what to expect this year, what they can do and the actions they can take in their home? Where do we find that?
Yeah, so go to my website, SandiSue.com with an I, not a Y, and go to the e-course and all the e-course. There's so many different e-courses that you can choose from, whatever you're really drawn to help you through this year. And there's so much information in there. It's definitely worth it for you.
It's beautiful. I just added that. That says Billy, but that's actually me commenting in there. So SandiSue.com, is that correct, Sandi Sue?
Yep.
Okay, beautiful. I'm going to add mine. You guys go join my VIP inner circle. We have a group tomorrow night, and I am so excited to chat about all the different in-depth things we're going to go into, chat about. And so tomorrow night, you're in early. You could go join tonight and be in that beautiful group for an hour and a half with us. And I can see you. We can actually communicate with each other and ask questions directly. It's going to be beautiful. So make sure you go join us there, and go find Sandi Sue, my dear friend, on Instagram, Facebook, and all the things. So Sandi Sue, I love you as always. This was so informational, and I so appreciate you being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're going to see you guys soon, everybody. We're going to do another podcast coming up. I think we talked about it. We'll release that in time. So just be ready. Okay, everybody. Thank you, my friends. Join us. Share this if you will, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that like button. We love you guys.
Bye.